Hi, I'm Roxie Munro, and I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite birds from a book I wrote and illustrated called Hatch. Can you guess whose eggs these are? They belong to a songbird whose name was inspired by the male's bright colors, which resemble the coat of arms of a 17th century Maryland governor. A Major League Baseball team adopted its name and colors from this bird. The female weaves a complicated three-layered basket-like hanging nest made of fiber, hair, yarn, and fine grasses, and usually lays 3 to 4 eggs. The nest is attached to forked tree branches, generally far out from the trunk, making it hard for climbing predators to reach. Baltimore Orioles eat fruit, insects, nectar, and are among the few birds that like to eat hairy caterpillars. They sometimes spread their wings and tails and sit on top of an anthill. This is a behavior called anting and is practiced by over 200 bird species worldwide. Both parents feed the little ones, which have been called the crybabies of the world because of their constant cries for food. Baltimore Orioles are found in North America, east of the Rockies, and often migrate to Central and South America in the winter, flying mainly at night. Can you guess whose eggs these are? The bird that lays these eggs is found on every continent except Antarctica. The babies that hatch are cared for by both parents. The eggs, usually 2 in a clutch, are white so they can be seen in the dark. These birds are nocturnal, which means they hunt at night. They're raptors, birds of prey. Their soft velvety feathers cover even their legs and feet, which helps muffle sound. The birds fly in almost complete silence through the dark, pouncing on victims. To learn hunting skills, the young stay with their parents for months. Great horned owls are big, almost 2 feet tall, and have powerful talons that can crush prey in an instant. Because of their fierce nature and willingness to pursue animals even larger than themselves, these owls are sometimes called the tigers in the sky. Their eyes point directly forward, but unlike human eyes, they don't rotate. A very flexible neck compensates for this. A quick 270-degree swirl, and the owl can see what's going on behind its back. With their call, whoo, 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 hoo, hoo, they're often referred to as hoot owls. Can you guess whose egg this is? This egg belongs to a bird that can't fly but is an excellent swimmer. It can stay underwater for up to 18 minutes and dive to depths of more than 700 feet. It doesn't leave the ocean except to molt or breed in huge colonies with thousands of birds. The mother travels to the sea to feed, and the father incubates 1 single egg. The male can't eat while taking care of the egg and may lose up to 1/3 of his body weight. Only after the mom returns can he go back to the sea, sometimes 60 miles away, to feed. Emperor penguins have dense, oily feathers and thick layers of fat to keep them warm in the coldest climate on Earth. They have webbed feet and wings like flippers. Almost 4 feet tall, emperor penguins are the largest of all 17 penguin species. They're clumsy walkers. To move across the snow, they'll sometimes slide on their stomachs, like a toboggan. Male emperor penguins incubate a single egg for 9 weeks, keeping it balanced on their feet, pressing it against their tummies. An emperor's greatest fear is running to a leopard seal, a predator that lurks near the edges of the ice, ready for the kill. Can you guess whose egg this is? This giant egg, the world's largest, is up to 7 inches long and weighs approximately 2.5 pounds. That's the size of more than 20 hen's eggs. The adult bird is the world's largest at up to 9 feet and the heaviest, weighing almost 350 pounds. Its wings help the bird to keep its balance when running, but their main use is for display and courtship. When a male wants to impress a female, he'll hold his wings out while stomping his feet. This bird has long, powerful legs and is the fastest running two-legged animal on Earth, but it can't fly. The ostrich, found in the wilds of Africa, is a terrific sprinter that clocks in at 60 miles an hour, faster than a racehorse, and is able to keep running for 30 minutes without stopping. The male scrapes out a shallow pit, and several females lay clutches of about 10 eggs apiece in a communal nest. But only one dominant mom incubates them, rejecting some of the others' eggs. After the babies are hatched, the mom, who is sand-colored, takes care of them during the day. Dads care for them at night. Their darker coloration helps camouflage the nests from predators, such as hyenas, jackals, and vultures. Can you guess whose eggs these are? About the size of a pea, these are the smallest of all bird eggs. The bird that lays them is only 3.5 inches long and weighs just 1/8 of an ounce, about as much as 2 pennies. But it can beat its wings 52 times a second and has a heartbeat of 1,200 times a minute. And this bird is fast, averaging 25 miles per hour. To maintain its body weight, it has to eat up to 15 times an hour. The name of this species comes from the buzzing sound it creates as it flies. The female ruby-throated hummingbird weaves a tiny nest, only 2 inches across and 1 inch deep. The nest is held together with spider web silk and on the outside decorated with lichen. The hummingbird has very short legs and can barely walk, but when it flies, it's a dazzling performer. It can hover, fly upside down, and even backward, thanks to a shoulder swivel joint. In the fall, these brilliant jewel-colored birds migrate to South America, sometimes crossing the Gulf of Mexico in a single flight. Can you guess whose eggs these are? These eggs, a clutch of 1 to 3, belong to a bird that lives only in North America. This bird can fly to an altitude of 10,000 feet, higher than many mountains. Its wings are long and broad, good for soaring, flying or gliding with little effort. Carrying branches or sticks in their beaks or with their feet, both parents build an enormous nest in a tree or on a cliff ledge, renewing and adding to it each year. The largest nest ever measured was 20 feet deep, 10 feet wide, and weighed 2 tons, more than a car. Bald eagles are birds of prey, raptors. They have strong talons, claws, powerful beaks to rip food into bite-sized chunks, and wingspans of up to 7 feet. Bald eagles are not bald. They have white feathers on their heads. The bald part of their name comes from an Old English word meaning white. These birds will chase other birds and steal their food, sometimes catching a fish in midair after a frightened bird dropped it. There are 63 species of eagles. Since 1783, the bald eagle has been the national symbol of the United States of America. Until 1995, the bald eagle was listed as an endangered species in many states. In 1995, the status of the bird was changed to threatened, but it is still vulnerable. And those are some of my favorite birds.